Okay, so Kashif from Wakefield, UK, he says, can I wipe over my cotton socks for wudu? For example, if I'm at work and it's not practical to wash my feet, I've heard it is permissible. Could you clarify? Now, the ulama of Islam have differed on this issue. As for the leather socks, the scholars are united that, and there is a consensus, so much so that they mention this in the books of usul or fundamental principles of Islam. There is a consensus that you can wipe over your leather socks, okay, at the top, and you do this as a resident for 1 day and 1 night. You can do this for, and then after that you make wudu again, as long as when you put them on you were in a state of wudu. And for 3 days and 3 nights, if you are a traveler, okay, if you're a traveler, from the time that you broke your wudu, or from the time, sorry, that you made mas, 3 days and 3 nights. And again, there's a difference of opinion among the ulama about that. But as for leather socks, there's no difference of opinion regarding that. With regards to cotton socks, there is a number of different views among the scholars. One group of scholars, they said no, you cannot use cotton socks. Another group of scholars, they said that you can use cotton socks as long as they are thick. And then a third group of scholars, they said you can use cotton socks even if they are thin, and each of them had a number of different bases or different evidences for what their views were. And you find when you look at the statements of the early Muslim scholars, for example, Al-Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, he used to prohibit making mas over cotton socks, jawrabain, and then towards the end of his life, rahimahullah, he said that I'm doing what I used to prohibit. In other words, he may have changed his opinion about this, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. But this is not something that we should split over. I do find that certain people, they split over these types of issues. We shouldn't split over these. It's not an issue of iftiraq. Rather, it is a matter of scholarly difference of opinion, so we should have respect with each other on this issue. Omar Ali says, can you explain the Sunnah prayers of Jummah? Okay, the Sunnah prayers of Jummah, according to many scholars, are different from Duhur. Some scholars say they're the same. So if they're the same, those scholars say there's 4 rak'ahs before the Jummah and 4 rak'ahs after, 2-2 and then 2-2. And some say 4-4. So that is if Jummah is like Duhur. The other group of scholars, which seems to be the stronger view among the scholars, they say that Duhur is not like Jummah and it has specific rulings that are different. And among them is the Sunnah. And the Sunnah of Jummah is to pray 2 rak'ahs after Salatul Jummah, and only 2 rak'ahs, right? Only 2 rak'ahs after Salatul Jummah. However, when you walk into the masjid, you will still pray Tahiyatul Masjid. You will still pray Tahiyatul Masjid, the greeting prayer for the masjid.